Hello everyone! I am Judilyn Racho, and now I will discuss the main idea of authentic assessment and the differences between authentic assessment and traditional assessment. So, let us proceed to the main idea of assessment or the authentic assessment. So, first, it aims to develop students' abilities in the real-world context. Okay, meaning to say, authentic assessment is where the student thoughtfully apply their acquired skills to the new situation or new environment. Okay, in other words, students can learn how to apply their skills to authentic tasks or project. And the third one is often emphasizes performance, and therefore, students are required to demonstrate their knowledge. Meaning to say, it does not rely on ability to recall facts and memorize details. Instead, students are asked to demonstrate their skills and concepts, what they have learned. So the last one in authentic assessment is to improve started students through definite learning criteria or performance made known to the students. Meaning, authentic is more focused on the performance of all students. So now, let us differentiate the differences between traditional assessment and authentic assessment. So, in traditional assessment, it generally relies on first choice of written measures. So, like for example, multiple choice, matching type, and other. And while the authentic assessment promotes integration of various written and performance based or measures. So, meaning to say, the authentic assessment is not only for the written works, but it's focused on the performance of the students. And the second one is, in traditional assessment, it relies on the measures of the student learning to represent target skills. And the authentic assessment relies on direct measures of target skills. And traditional assessment encourages the students to memorize the correct answer, while the authentic assessment is to encourage divergent in generating possible answers. So that is the differences between authentic assessment and traditional assessment. Traditional assessment and authentic assessment has differences in terms of goal. So the goal of traditional assessment is to measure acquisition of knowledge of their students, while the goal of authentic assessment is to enhance and develop the meaningful skills of their students. So we can see that authentic assessment, our focus is to enhance the ability or the skills of the students, while the traditional, it's only measures the knowledge of the learner. And the next one is the traditional assessment emphasis on developing a body of knowledge, while the authentic assessment is emphasis on ensuring proficiency at real-world tasks. So meaning to say, the traditional assessment is focused only the knowledge of the learners, while the authentic assessment is focused on how to apply the skills of learners into the real-world situation. So in traditional assessment, it promotes what knowledge, and the authentic assessment promotes the question how the knowledge. Okay, in traditional assessment, it has a competition, while the authentic assessment is more on cooperation of the learners. So we can see the differences. So the next one is traditional assessment targets simplistic tasks in a concrete singular fashion, while the authentic assessment prepares students for ambiguities and exceptions that are found in realistic problem setting. See, that is the differences. So traditional assessment is priority on summative outcomes or product, while the authentic assessment the priority of it is the learning sequence or process. Those are the differences between traditional assessment and authentic assessment.